Hey everybody, we're staying in St. Augustine, Florida, and we are here to check out the St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum. All right, so we're headed to the lighthouse now. We are doing 219 steps. That's going to be 14 stories. So we're going to go check that out first, and then we're going to see what else this place has to offer. St. Augustine has a rich history of European ports, Spanish colonies, Native Americans, and French Huguenot explorers. In the 1500s, the Spanish built a series of wooden towers as lookouts. These towers would later become the St. Augustine Lighthouse, the earliest permanent aid to navigation in the continental United States of America. Construction for this lighthouse began in 1871 and was completed in 1874. Okay, there's the bridge over there. I see where we're at now.
So that's the Lions Bridge right there then.
Yep.
That's all St. Augustine where we're staying.
Speaking of kayaking tours, stay tuned for our next video because we found those kayaking tours at Anastasia Island.
Like I mentioned earlier in the video, this is not the original lighthouse. The archaeological dig of the original lighthouse from 1737 is located here at the water's edge. Right on.
We know exactly what the site was, we just don't know the extent of what's left.
Yeah.
Or if it goes further out into Salt Run or more inland.
Gotcha.
From the point that we know.
How cool.
So it's kind of exciting. Actually, a lot of these houses, including like, do you see the kind of octagon house right there?
Mm-hmm.
We have photos of this in the 1800s with, you know,
that same thing in there.
So there's a lot of
That's so
old
cool.
photos with a lot of these old houses still here.
How neat.
The foundation stones go, and then they're working to clear dead oysters away from the area.
So you think there's going to be like any artifacts or anything? Like
Most
stuff?
likely not.
They cleared it all out
Unless it's
beforehand?
gonna be, basically any kind of trash pits, which are very interesting. It tells us a lot about the day-to-day life of people. But I mean, this started, crumbling during the late 1700s.
I was about to say,
So
how old was that one? Like, do you know when that one was built? Like
that
pre
one,
1700?
We have initial records of it on a map from back to Ponce de Leon's landing.
Oh, dang.
Here.
Okay.
So we believe it may be one of the, or if not the, earliest non-native construction in what would become the United States.
Ha! How cool.
So yeah, that site predates, Plymouth or any of those other sites by hundreds
That's
of
crazy.
years.
That very nice lady was a member of the St. Augustine Lighthouse Archaeological Maritime Program, also known as LAMP. They survey inland and offshore waters to discover new shipwrecks and other submerged sites, investigate both underwater and terrestrial sites, and monitor known sites for any damages or changes. LAMP also hosts a maritime archaeology field school, and those students were working on the site of the old lighthouse. This is a lot more than just a tourist attraction. This is history being preserved, and they're super passionate about here. Let's go see what else we can find here. Shrimping ain't easy. Oh, sweet, glorious air conditioning. If y'all get too hot out there, this building right across from the lighthouse has awesome air conditioning. Feels so good. All right. Located upstairs in the Lightkeeper's house is the shrimping exhibit. It includes the history of St. Augustine's shrimping industry. It also includes artifacts and local legends. There's been several sightings of shrimping ghost ships. And you can watch videos of interviews of the people who actually saw them.
From the old past, that like it would have done 100 years ago, and they come in and they cross Courtney Point. Courtney Point is too shallow. And when they crossed, it went behind the day marker and stuff, went right on up the bay up towards St. Andrews, and then it just wasn't there.
The main floor of the Lightkeeper's house is just that, the Lightkeeper's house.
Together exactly the way it was back when she lived here. And there was never anything done here, to upgrade anything. So whatever pictures she sent in is how it was even back in the 1800s. Yeah, so. I can see? Yes, we can see.
This section highlights the family of William Harn, the first long-term lighthouse keeper. So downstairs, they have an exhibit about shipwrecks. So we're gonna head down more stairs. In this section, we're checking out artifacts from a 1782 British shipwreck found right there in St. Augustine.
They were become U.S. citizens, or they could go to St. Augustine and meet the other loyalists. And they went to St. Augustine. 16 loads of people, and what did they not know about? Sandbars. So this right here is actually supposed to represent a sandbar. You want to walk along that. Just be careful.
I quickly learned from the museum guide that those floors represent sandbars, and sandbars are responsible for tons of shipwrecks along St. Augustine. There's actually a lot more to do and see here than I thought there was. Ah. Look at that rosemary bush. Robust. It's an herb garden. Elevate. Oh, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, you can watch them work on boats. How cool. Depending on the day that you're here, you can actually watch them make boats right here at the museum. They even put these boats up for a drawing, so you could possibly win one of these things. There's one inside the gift shop right now. We might have to buy some tickets and see if we can win it. So I find it really neat that there's a lot of layers of history here. You have the main lighthouse house that was built around the 1800s, and then you have places like this. So this building was used to work on jeeps during World War II, and then you have a building over here that was used as barracks.
The vessel was afloat for 6 days thereafter before she sank. In those 6 days, she was adrift, waiting to ultimately sink to its final resting place on the bottom just off the coast of Jacksonville Beach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a cool idea. How cool is that? I wonder if they're the same thing. This is a scale model of the original lighthouse from the 1700s. This is what was located at that excavation site that you saw at the beginning of the video when we were up on the lighthouse.
Sunday morning, December 7th, 1941. For the past 2 years, the forces of Nazi Germany under command of
This is the conservation lab, where members of LAMP work to conserve items that are found underwater. Artifacts lost on shipwrecks usually undergo some sort of chemical change, and these chemical changes can result in corrosion. As you can see here, conservation involves many stages, and artifacts may require years of specialized care. That's where LAMP comes in and all other volunteers that help here at the conservation lab. Oh God. I didn't think we'd be going on a little adventure at this museum. I feel like I'm back home in Indiana. We're gonna win this boat. All right, this trip was super awesome. There's so much more than just the lighthouse here. Be sure to check out the keeper's house, the awesome gift shop, and the grounds around the lighthouse and explore all that it has to offer. Stay tuned and we are gonna check out some more St. Augustine attractions.